There we go. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. All right. Hey Victor. Hey R. Hey Nick. Hope you guys are all having a good day here today. Happy Monday. Loki says hello. Oh, you guys can't see Loki. Loki, come here. He's picking up his toy as always, but he's here. Loki, come up. Come here. Up. Up. Oh yeah. Look at you being a good boy today. 1 2. All right. But anyway, happy to see all of you guys here. Happy Monday. Been a long weekend, as you guys know. A lot of news coming out this week with earnings reports, and just in general, a lot of stuff happening outside of the earnings report world. We're going to be having some news about the SEC today, two things about the SEC, and then we're pretty much just going to go straight in here to what's been happening with Bitcoin, because, you know, we talked a few days ago, I think it was Friday, about Bitcoin moving its way back up and testing out some of these levels of resistance, and boom, that's exactly what Bitcoin did. I'm happy. I like when Bitcoin follows a simple path. I like when we don't have to guess. I like when everything's working out in our favor. Right now, that's what Bitcoin's doing. Now, we're not out of the woods just yet, but we are getting more bullish here, and that's good news that everybody should be very excited for. On top of that, I finally got myself a nice little cigar. I haven't been able to smoke in a while here because of my ear and my sinuses. Things are going pretty well right now, so I thought I'd pull one out and see how that works out. I don't think I've actually smoked anything since last Monday, so it's been a hot minute. So, okay, let's head over here fast. Let me make sure that everything I want to do is working for me. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. And maybe that's fine. Okay, well, we don't need that, so that's okay for now. All right. So, first story of the day I wanted to talk to you guys about before we start going over to Bitcoin here. I did a tweet about this earlier. 2 SEC lawyers resigned following the debt box sanctions fiasco, Bloomberg. Last month, a Utah District Court judge ordered the SEC to pay debt boxes legal fees. That's massive. That means the state went after a company. They lost so bad that the judge was like, why did you even bring this case in the first place? Because of how bad you handled this, you're going to have to pay for all the legal fees of a corporation. And those legal fees are not cheap, as you guys might imagine. Now, Michael Walsh, a former lead attorney on the debt box case, and Joseph Watkins, an investigative attorney whose declaration served as the foundation for the SEC's case against debt box, were reportedly forced to step down or else be terminated, according to the report, which cited people familiar with the situation. So basically, hand in your resignation or you're fired. Either way, you're leaving, you know? So a spokesperson for the SEC declined to comment, but an April 15th court filing declared that Welsh is no longer employed by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Watkins' LinkedIn page says he is still employed by the agency. I wouldn't change that either. All right, let me just go over this a little bit. Last December, U.S. Chief District Judge in the District of Utah, Robert Shelby, wrote that he was concerned the commission made material false and misleading representations in the pursuit of the restraining order that undermined the integrity of the proceedings. That's not good. All right, so the SEC has kind of been getting they've been getting bruised, right? They've been getting bruised. On the other hand here, I saw this as I was looking for the news I just shared with you. This is on Fox News right here, and it says the SEC has been hit with a new lawsuit alleging mass surveillance of Americans through stock market data. So if any of you guys that like to trade, you know, the government may be trying to find out all that data for you instead of actually just scraping it off, or, you know, just knowing how much you make and how much you lose, which is going to be problematic here. So there's going to be a big investigation about this, I believe. This is kind of just your standard government overreach. When a government overreaches, the private sector pushes back with a lawsuit, then it goes to the courts, and the courts are like, whoa, you don't have the permission to do all this nasty stuff. You got to get the law on your side if you want to do that. So that was one also thing there. So the SEC is kind of hitting some bad points here, just not a good time for them. Oh my gosh. This thing went out so fast, but I guess I was just talking with you guys for a few seconds and boom, it went out. So let's see how that works out there. All right, but yeah, just some news out there that's been pretty interesting. As far as the stock market here, the big thing, all I want you guys to focus on is the tech earnings this week. It really kicks off, I would say, Wednesday, Thursday is what I'm looking at, but you are going to see some things coming out tomorrow. Besides that, I think this week will be pretty average, nothing crazy. There's not much news besides earnings. So I'm hoping this gives an opportunity for Bitcoin to start moving higher and higher here, okay? As far as the movement that we saw today, I wanted to show you guys something interesting here. I'm gonna make this a little bit larger, but I just want you guys to be able to see everything without being blocked by all the data coming off to the side. Right? So they sold off some Bitcoin today, but it wasn't nearly as much Bitcoin as they usually sell. You know, normally they sell a few thousand Bitcoin. They just sold, you know, maybe 400 in total, 400, 500 in total, not much at all. That's kind of nice, I thought. So it showed that people were actually getting more interested in Bitcoin today as far as the stock market folks, the hedge fund folks. They're doing okay. 13 hours ago, we saw a little bit of Bitcoin being bought up by Fidelity. Not a lot, but it's some, you know. So we're starting to see the market get a little bit more optimistic about it. BlackRock, of course, they haven't really done anything today. What did they do? They moved over 250,000 of USDC. That's not really anything that we need to be concerned about here. ARK Invest, they pretty much bought a little bit more Bitcoin than they sold today. So pretty much ahead, not crazy good, but still doing fine. And of course over here, excuse me, VanEck, one of my favorites just to watch because of how they moved their fees to 0%. They really didn't do much today. It looks like they got some Ethereum moved in there, some Matic moved in there, and that's been pretty interesting. But it looks like it's just advertisements and things like that. So not really much to talk about as far as news. Right now, the technicals are really what's leading up. If you guys recall, let me go over here to the hourly chart. We talked about how we were looking for a golden cross here last Friday. I see Friday over here towards the evening time. And boom, we had those golden crosses. We ended up moving up here to those resistance levels, and we officially broke out above those resistance levels, which is very, very nice. At this point in time, one of the reasons I did the resistance level up here, and you'll see this little bump right up here. The reason why I decided not to go right there was a couple things. The big one though was the moving averages, and those moving averages on the 4-hour chart, you will see match up pretty nicely. All right. So what we're waiting for right now is we're waiting to see if Bitcoin is going to be able to break above that 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. If we can get back going over there, I think we'll be pretty excited. I have not been doing swing trades, but I have been doing some day trade. And again, like I talked about in that video, day trading altcoins has been very profitable this week. I've almost made up some of the losses from that swing trade I took a few weeks ago. I'm still pretty happy with the results. I didn't trade as much as I should have this weekend because I was just busy hanging out with Loki, but things looking pretty good. In the short term here, guys, that 200 moving average in the 4-hour chart is going to be a concern. And right here we have the 50 right there for the daily moving averages too. I think we have the possibility of getting back up here. I think the price target I set on the high end last week was going to be $70,000 back when we were down here. You know, we're at 67,000-ish right now. It's not really close to 70,000, but I think, you know, give it maybe another 24 hours. I think we can get there as long as we don't have any bad news coming out. So I think we're okay. The thing that probably what I'm looking for right now is, can we kind of hold these levels? You see how we're breaking out right now, or we're trying to break out? Is Bitcoin going to be able to come up and test and consolidate here for a while? It may be the whole week that we have to consolidate. I don't care. I just want to consolidate. That'll get us back in motion here for the opportunity to have a larger move. That's really going to be the goal here, okay? Until I see that sustained move, like I said before, I'm still going to see this as something of a lower high where we come back down, where we try to make some type of move here. I wouldn't say we're going to be breaking back down here at $60,000, $58,000, $59,000. I don't think we'll come back down here, but just until a higher low situation. And then from here, we have that trend line, and that breakout may be something that launches us back up towards $72,000, $73,000. I think that'd be a good way of looking at it right now. You know, the day trades that I bought over here from yesterday and the day before, I'm scaling out of them right now. I'm not really holding on to them all too much, and I think that's probably the best way to be playing this. I was looking at a bunch of other plays over the last few days, and I was like, what else can I be trading here? It really came down to AI tokens and meme tokens, to be honest, and just a few of them at that. You can see right here, Ethereum is resting up against that 20-day moving average. I'm waiting to see if Ethereum starts to get a little bit of a boost here pretty soon. I want to get a trade. You guys will notice that Ethereum, for the first time in a while here, I think since what, April 12th, it's finally starting to get green on the MACD. Bitcoin managed to stay red this entire time, which is why I never got truly bullish about all this type of stuff. But you're looking at an opportunity for Ethereum to have this move here. Right, see this right there? Nice little move. It's still grinding on. I'm hoping for something more robust because we just had the golden cross right here. It should move on a little bit more. And again, eventually on the 4-hour chart, we should be able to retest up here towards $3,500. That'd be the equivalent of Bitcoin again hitting that $70,000 mark. Not at the all-time highs, but getting there, right? Now, things like Solana up at resistance levels here. I already scaled out of all this trade right at this point, but for those of you guys that enjoy a little bit more risk, we are at 2 levels of resistance. You can even say this third one right there, but for me, it's a downtrend or horizontal resistance. There's a resistance there, and then right above that is literally just the 20-day moving average here on the daily chart. I'm looking for a move up here to 167. Could be a fun day trade if you guys are up for it. Things like Dogecoin and SHIB, I'm not really trading these at all. They're pretty much just kind of patiently waiting. Day trading maybe if you guys really want to, but the 15-minute charts, honestly, it hasn't been the best to trade, right? This is Shiba Inu, this is Dogecoin. They really just haven't been the best. If I go over here to here to here, that's like 3.5%, unless if you get everything right here and everything right there. It just hasn't been the best move of late. However, Fetch AI and then World Token, those have been some things that I've really been looking at. I'm surprised World Token's up right now. I went long on it a few hours ago, but interesting. I wasn't expecting a pop. I never expect pops. I was expecting those gradual moves, because if you look right here, consolidation, breakout, golden cross right there. Usually when we're close to those moving averages, we have to either pop or drop. Bitcoin seemed more bullish than bearish, so I took a long on it. But at this point, I'm probably going to sell this in the next hour and a half or something like that. So that'll be interesting. You got things like RNDR. They could have some sympathy plays here. RLC may have a sympathy play. So keep an eye on some of those low market cap ones. Even Ocean, you can see it's trying to make a move right now, but it hasn't had that big robust one that you're seeing with World Token. World Token's up around freaking 8.5% in the last 2 hours. It's making a pretty good move here. Anything else I see? The older ones like Link and whatnot, they haven't been doing anything too crazy. Typically just going on those grinds that we've been seeing, but momentum is still on our side at this point. Excuse me, guys. Drinking too much water as of late. And as far as the inflation front looks, it's not drastic, but we are seeing oil prices come back down a little bit. That's kind of nice to see. I was looking to see how my oil stocks were doing, but this new update that they did is freaking me out. I don't like it. There we go. And you can see oil stocks are still holding up pretty well. PXD still holding up pretty well. So even though oil prices are coming down, oil companies are still doing very nicely, which I'm pretty happy about. Now, everything else, we can talk about that when you guys have questions and things like that. I guess for right now, I know Bitcoin's kind of slow, so I'll probably end the stream when people like stop talking in the chat. That's usually, I think, my go term when everything's really slow right now. But that's kind of the gist of what's going on in the market right now. Things looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with where everything's headed. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to try to make maybe one more move up. Maybe not tonight, but maybe closer to tomorrow. I'm going to be curious to see what happens with earnings, because again, maybe I can find out this right here. Yeah, that's fine. Tesla kicks off earnings on Tuesday with its stock at its lowest point since early 2023. Meta, Apple, and Microsoft report through Thursday, and each company faces its own set of concerns. The tech-heavy NASDAQ composite fell 5.5% last week, the steepest weekly slump since November of 2022. That's okay because it's been going up so high over the past few years. It's valid for it to have a little bit of a drop every now and again, right? And hey, Discount, happy to see you back, my man. I'm happy you bought that dip. It looks like you made a good move there. Hey, Diddle Do, hope you're doing well. Let's see. Hey, Max, miss you, Mike. Hope Vegas was blessed. It was just so absolutely busy. I thought I was gonna have free time during the trip, and my free time was all networking events, more networking events, and even more networking events, which was fun. Don't get me wrong, but like, I was walking like 25,000 steps a day for the first like 3 days. The last 2 days, I think I dropped down to like 18,000, something like that. When I tell you my feet were tired, I should have got myself a foot massage, I swear. And hey, Hiram, hope you're doing well, my man. Hey Puma, right now we are looking good. To me, I'm still in the mindset, if you guys watched the video I put out a couple days ago, where we're kind of in this grinding motion up before a slam back down. I think we have an opportunity to just stick around $68,000 to $70,000 here pretty soon. I'm basically just hoping that tech earnings are still looking good. I think that'd be the best thing. You could even go over here into the dollar index, see how we're cooling off a little bit. I'm banking on us breaking down here, and that giving a little bit more room. This is the 4-hour chart, by the way. A little bit more room for Bitcoin to make a play here. Not to go parabolic, but just to stay at a nice level. If Bitcoin's staying at a nice level, let's say 69, 70,000, even where we are right now, $66,000. Is that what Bitcoin's at? Yeah, 66,000. Yeah, $67,000. That gives an opportunity for altcoins to keep moving higher. And that's primarily what I've been trading of late, and it seems to be the best thing so far. I wouldn't be surprised if it took Bitcoin a little bit of time to break out above the 200 moving average on that 4-hour chart. I'm okay with that, but I don't think it should take, until the end of tomorrow or something. It should happen sometime later on tonight where we have a dip and then we start moving back up. Overall, we're still looking at a very, very nice move here. And for the first time in a while, see that MACD? We can maybe be bullish starting tomorrow. And that'd be massive. We haven't been bullish in, oh gosh, who knows how long? You can even see a head and shoulders here from this MACD, and boom, you can see how we just really haven't been able to recover. Yeah, but right now, Bitcoin's looking fine. Cautiously optimistic. Day trading has been my preferred way of making money during this setup, though. Swing traders, I think you're fine as long as you're not doing high leverages. Like if you're buying Bitcoin right now, your stop loss is probably around 65,700 or something like that. If you're buying over here, your stop loss is probably down here. That's the easiest way to do it right now. And I think that's fine. I just would prefer to buy it when it's kind of not doing anything like this and not when it's kind of climbing up, because usually it comes back down, right? There you go. But it's been a slow grind here. The things that are moving up, like the world token, that's what I like to see. Look at that move. That's absolutely gorgeous. I'm hoping we can see more of those as far as altcoins are concerned here pretty soon. And hey Dylan, happy to see you. When will we see altcoins move? As far as altcoin season, it might take a few more months for anything like that to even materialize until the market kind of gets in a better setup. But as far as having like 20, 30, 40% moves, you could see that happen over the next 60 days, I would say. You go over here to coinmarketcap.com and you kind of see what's the last 5 days look like for a lot of these tokens. Well, you got Bitcoin up 5.5%. That's not bad. Ethereum only up around 3.75, but let's go over here to things, that we typically trade a lot more. You can see Dogecoin is only at 0.43. Shiba Inu is up 23%. If you guys recall, Shiba Inu has not been doing a lot as of late, so they finally got some momentum. Go down here a little bit more. Link is up 14. Matic is up 5. Internet Computer is up 23%. Near Protocol is up 34%. Litecoin is up 9. Uniswap is up 13, APT is up 12, 7, 7, 22, 10, 4, 10, 13, right? So there's a little bit of red in there, you guys can see that, but overall, it's actually holding up pretty well. Actually, let's go over here very fast. This keeps on going out. I don't like it. Okay, well, you guys can't see it, but instead of being down $1,000 or $1,200 like I was last week, I'm only down $732. I need a dollar cost average into this a little bit more. I kind of forgot to do that Thursday because I got tired. But let me see. Lever's still doing good. I guess I got one green thing in here. Same with True. Oh yeah, True's up 42%. Let's go ZRX. How's this one looking? Let's go over here. Let's add $30 to this one. We don't got to make it complicated. Remember, we're just adding this for the long term. And at $30 moves it down that much. I'm okay with that. Let's go over here to Bonk. $25. Should have bought this when I was crashing harder. But I was doing risk management at that time, so I can't blame myself. A little bit right here with Floki. Maybe some for Book of Meme. I think that could have another rally here pretty soon. That one looks a little bit harder to buy into right now though, but $20 and tobacco. It's a little bit low. Let's go another 30 bucks in here. And then Whiff is a personal favorite of mine, so I think I'll buy another $50 into this. Yeah, Whiff has been a personal favorite this cycle. There it goes, trade with it. Anything else here? An SLP. Let's say another $50 in here. I think I'll be set for a while here. I'll add some more later on if we take another dip. There we go. Just moving some of those averages down. You can tell I haven't been loading up a lot during that last move. Mostly because I didn't want my positions to be anywhere close to liquidation. There we are. Caution is good. Stick to the plan. Evaluate, adjust, watch the flowers grow. I've been watching the flowers grow a lot. I took Loki to the park for like a good hour and a half today, and we really enjoyed it. Mostly because I've been unpacking for my trip to Vegas and stuff like that, and I've just been tired. And you guys know I've been like eating healthier and stuff like that, so I've been not pre-gaming. What do you call it? Setting up my diet for the week. So that was a little bit of busyness, but I think it was worth it. Hope you will. About to fall asleep here, but curious if you managed to finish the dollar cost averaging tutorial. Oh yeah, I have. I'm basically waiting. I'm just waiting for me to finish editing it. So the recording's already done. I'm basically just doing the different ways in which you do it. So I did one where you're going to be doing cryptocurrency. Think of just like the Bitcoin, Solana type stuff. Ethereum on top of that, and then I also did one where you could be doing a lot of higher risk stuff and how you would manage that and what the type of portfolio. I just had to use one of those pie charts on Google, whatever it's called. So it ended up working out okay, but it's kind of a longer one. So I'm gonna try to cut it down a little bit through editing, but I think it'll be worth it. You can expect it probably the day after tomorrow, I would say. What's your take on the SPY? It's about to have a death cross maybe in a couple more days, but Stochastic and RSI look like they're about to flip. MACD is lagging. So the SPY specifically, it's kind of weird right now because we're going straight into earnings, which could just definitely like, I mean, tomorrow we have Tesla, for heaven's sakes. It can really get everything going. Right now, it seems like we're trying to bottom off a little bit here as far as these moves. And I'm thinking of something of a higher low, to me, a lower high. And then we continue moving on here until we find a reason for a breakout. That death cross we haven't had for like who knows how long, way back over here since August of 2023. Over here didn't really matter too much back in March of 2023. But that was off of a larger breakout, so I guess that's one thing here. At this point in time, I think I'd rather be going long here than short just for the next few days. Even going over here to the 4-hour chart, you can see as the momentum shifting just a tad. Now I know we're still below that 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart, but I think we can start moving back up here to at least maybe 507 to 509. That's the kind of day trade I'd be looking at, because you can see all those death crosses coming at the same time, right? But it's going to be a big thing when earnings come out, specifically with walking to the bushes, and now I'm got itchy from all the shit outside. Where my Tesla at? There you go. See Tesla right now? That's a drag. That's a drag. So let's get all this out here right now. We talked about what happens if it breaks down here, and it kept on going. It kept on going, unfortunately. Let's get all the drawings and stuff out of it. Tesla earnings coming out tomorrow. This is just going to cause a lot of chaos here. And there's already chaos about what Delaware did and all that type of stuff. So Tesla right now is going to have a huge impact on the SPY. I would still be buying at this point, to be honest, but I think I would stick to 1 to 2 day holds. And if you wanted to do options, you're probably not going to go above a 5-10 strike price, unless you just purely in it for a few minutes, and maybe from there you might be able to move up to a 5:15 strike price, but it's not going to expire this Friday. It's going to expire next Friday just to have that safety net. Whereas if you are holding those options that expire maybe this Friday, then you could actually look at holding some things for, around the 510 to 505 level. 505 wouldn't be bad. Even 500 honestly wouldn't be too bad. It's just going to be much more expensive, of course. But you know, sometimes that expensiveness comes with a little bit more safety. Or that price comes with a little bit more safety. All right, let's get rid of this for now. We don't need that anymore. Kind of watch to see how Bitcoin reacts here. Hey, Doodle Doo, he's somewhere. I don't know where Loki is. He's chilling out. He was here at the beginning of the stream, but I think he just was like, I'm done with Michael talking. And hey, Dilla, that's awesome, Michael. Glad you're eating healthy. Enjoy the flowers, and I look forward to seeing your DCA video. Yeah, what do you call it? I'm gonna be pretty excited about that one. That one took a while to make, mostly because I just kept on messing up when I was trying to explain stuff. But I think it just tells you like a couple ways that you could do it. Because remember, it's not just dollar cost averaging for the cycle, it's dollar cost averaging with leverage, which I think opens up two doors. One of the issues I'm coming across is if I want to edit it to two pieces and make one about one about leverage, and then one about just long, you know. But the way I think I'm just going to structure it is the beginning will be dollar cost averaging. This is the basics of what you would do, how you would do it, and the risk management associated. And then the second half of it's going to be if you want to do with leverage, the ups and the downsides of it, right? And hey, Alex, yeah, I know it's always been weird the way subscribers work with YouTube. I'm starting to post a lot more content. You guys see me outside a little bit more, making more videos in here, and I think that's working out pretty well. Every time I make a daily video, what I'm going to do right now as well is I'm going to go outside, record myself with Loki in the backyard. You know, I have a nice backyard with the trees and whatnot. I even have all these flowers blossoming, which is really, really cool. If I wasn't so, you know, allergic to the pollen, you can't tell right now, but my eyes are red because of all that stuff. But afterwards, I upload it to YouTube. I hook that up into Opus Clip, and Opus Clip cuts it up for me. And I'm just going to post all those videos every day. So in case you guys don't see what I'm talking about on the video, because, you know, YouTube doesn't always push out those videos. Instead, you guys might be able to find parts of them on shorts, which I think will be pretty cool. Pollen, poison, oak, irritants, yuck. Well, so usually, guys, I'm a little bit behind schedule today with what I'm doing. Usually any day if I go outside and I'm walking around with Loki and I'm, you know, petting him and I'm saying hi to the dogs and the people, stuff like that, shaking hands. One of the first things I typically do when I get home was I wash my face very thoroughly. You know what I did when I got home today? I fell asleep. So still everything's fine, but you know how your eye feels like something's on it, but there's nothing. It's not. It's just your the veins in your eye are pretty red. I don't know, thick. You know what I mean? I've been enjoying this sparkling water though. No calories or anything. It's just kind of like water and carbonation. I think because it has no sugars and stuff, the flavor is really bland. But carbonated water always gets me going. Tesla and Elon are too close to be good business, risky to me. What do you call it? It's gonna be a spicy one for them. Because I hear everybody's lowering their prices. So there's a little bit of cost cutting going around. Really for Tesla, for me, I'm taking advantage of this by doing some dollar cost averaging on Tesla actually. Just because I am bullish on their AI and their robotics teams. You know, that's the next big thing. Robots that can work the factory floors, to be honest. You guys know that unions have always been a thorn in the sides of these automobile companies. I mean, rightfully so, if you ask me, for a lot of them. But, you know, they, as capitalistic enterprises, are going to do what they need to do in order to cut the operating expenses, those OPEX costs, and then those benefits will go to the shareholders. That's one of the reasons I'm dollar cost averaging Tesla, but I'm definitely taking it slow as far as how I dollar cost average right now. I'm hoping that they can get things turned around. but I'm okay with them being down for a while because we've been like Tesla's been in these ruts before, and typically you just want to buy and you want to hold, but it's only going to work if you have a long-term mindset about what you're thinking about Tesla, and that's what makes it so difficult. You know, the only long-term thing I think I've really messed up on this year, or that this kind of like rally that we've seen for the past 2 years. Unfortunately, it was Boeing. It was Boeing. Now, don't get me wrong, I made some money off of it, but I did not think they were going to continue having as many issues as they were having. You know, you go over here and you get Boeing stock price. Do I even have it on my list? No, I don't. Go over here. Look at this weekly chart. Ooh, just not good. You know? Not good. I sold some of my Boeing over here. I still have a little bit left. You know, I was able to buy down here. I thought they were going to do a lot better, but no, they didn't. Luckily, there's other plays out there that have been making me some good money, but Boeing has definitely not been it. My big earners for this year has honestly just been oil. I was hoping that natural gas was going to make a comeback. Didn't. So I lost some money there. Basically just holding on to some of those positions at this point. There you go. I'm praying to oil to make me some money, but at the same time, every time I pray for oil to make me money, then I have to go to the gas station and I see how expensive gas is getting. Here. Go over here to AAA gas prices. National average is $3.67, you know. Out here in Washington, we're at $4.66. Oregon is $4.43. California is $5.46. I mean, I'm just happy I'm not in California. California is a nut house over there with their oil prices. Montana $3.50s and whatnot. Texas at $3.26. That's still pretty expensive gas. I mean, you know, I bet it's a lot cheaper in Texas than it normally is, or I bet it's more expensive right now than it normally is. But gas is up, you know, like 13, 14 cents from a month ago. It's up a few cents from a week ago. It's up a teeny bit from a day ago. Gas prices are going up. It's not really fun to watch. Now, you know, from a year ago, we're pretty much exactly at the same price. So even though we've been pumping all this oil and stuff, we haven't seen gas prices come back down, which is kind of sucks because, again, that's kind of the things that one of the things we're looking for as far as battling inflation, depending on how you view the energy sector in there. Paul and red eyes, LOL. Sure. You know what? I was very upset with myself. I didn't go buy any weed during 420. I totally spaced on it. I thought about it. I knew exactly where I might go. Just spaced on it. I'll have to try to get some. I enjoy smoking weed every now and again, but I have to have a purpose with it. Like maybe I'm not sleeping too well. Maybe I just need to get to bed at 10 o'clock and not go to bed at 3 o'clock like I normally do. That's the type of stuff I need to do with weed. It just gets me out there. I wash saline. So normally what I do, because when my eyes are irritated, side fact, you know, my contacts don't like it, so my contacts feel off. I will just pour straight contact solution straight in my eye, and it works like a charm every single time. I wash saline. Shot glass works. Ooh, that's actually pretty good too. Tesla had to do a recall of that new truck because of the brake pedal issue or something. Oh yeah, the Cyber truck. I saw that the brake. Was it the brake or the... It was the accelerator. I think the accelerator or something got stuck in the downward position while you're driving, which can be freaking terrifying. And hey Merlin, I'm doing well. My bro, thanks for Michael. Alright, no worries. Prius makes it not so bad. Oh yeah, guys. Get whatever electronic car you want. I mean, I was in Vegas, you know, last week, and I was getting driven around like, oh God knows how many, like 5-6 Ubers a day. It was insane. Every time so I like to get comfort rides. So there's like the base X, then there's like one step above that says comfort, or if you want to, you can go to XL. I think I've been going towards comfort more often because XL includes minivans, and I hate riding in minivans. I just hate the experience. The minivans usually smell kind of funny, and I gave up on it. But when it comes to the comfort rides or the premium rides coming from Uber or Lyft and stuff like that, everybody was freaking driving a Tesla. I was like, why are all these Teslas in Vegas? But they freaking love them down there. So that always makes me kind of happy. I don't see many of the self-driving Teslas though, but I guess who wants to be self-driving in Vegas? That sounds catastrophic. Oh man. 2001 Olympia was $1.01. Oh, that's sad. I mean, I remember back when I was younger, they used to have those radio contests where the radio station would sponsor a gas station and be like, hey, come out and meet us in person at this gas station on 25th Street or something like that. And for the whole day, from like 6 a.m. to 4 p.m., something like that, we are going to have dollar gas. And I remember me and my mom would go up to, we didn't have much money. We would go over there and we would just wait in line listening to the radio. And, I'd go out, I was a little kid, I'd be like, hey, can I get some stickers and stuff? Like, oh yeah, no worries. It was chill. It was chill. But nowadays, yeah, good luck ever getting back to that dollar. They should sponsor it for $3 gas. I would still go up there. I think there'd be a big line for it. I think they should do that again. I thought it was a lovely idea. Now the backups and stuff can be crazy, so you might have to go to a specific gas station or something, but I would love it. When I grew up and I didn't have much money, oh boy, like dollar gas, that was life-saving. I can't even stress how it's just, you have money for other stuff, you know what I mean? That bill that you couldn't pay, you pay that. You're mostly late payment stuff, honestly, but you get the point I'm trying to say. It was great to have cheap gas. I smoke two for you. There you go, multi-stack. I appreciate it. I'll get myself a joint here pretty soon. Maybe I'll get a moon rock on top of it or something like that. Give me a V8 any day. ETF those hippie electronic cars. What do you call? I have a. Well, I just have a Ford Fusion. I guess it's not fancy. People I know have been saying for a while I need to get a fancy car, and I'm like, I was thinking about maybe a Mercedes at one point, but I'm like, if I'm moving to Latin America, I'm not going to buy a car up here then transport it down there. I just really don't want to do that. Worst case scenario, I get to Panama or wherever. I can't find a car that I really like. So I buy a car. I fly back up to Washington or wherever, California. I buy a car down there. Don't worry about the title. I can get the title moved over, but I don't worry about the tags. And I just literally drive it down to Panama. You know what I mean? And there's a road that goes all the way down there. So, you know what I mean? That's probably it. But I'm probably just going to get two cars when I'm down there, but it'll take a while. I'm going to be Ubering for a while. I want one nice luxury car and one kind of cheapish SUV. Something of like a 2010 to 2015 SUV. And then 2018 to 2020 Mercedes, maybe Lexus. I don't know. I've been more of a fan of Mercedes as of late. My grandparents bought a few Mercedes. They got two Mercedes, and then they have an Acura. Those Mercedes cars, wow, I absolutely love them. So I might get one of those. But still, I'm still driving a 2013 Ford Fusion at this point in time. Usually I like to save up and get something really, really nice for myself with all the bells and whistles. I just don't know if I actually want to get a new car or not. That's really the big thing here. It really depends if I want to get new or not. Maybe even lease, but I don't know if they even do leasing in Panama. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to moon, then I can buy me a classic 70 Cheryl SS, screw modern cars. My grandfather loves that type of stuff. I don't know. I used to like the bugs and whatnot. Let's see. I got a few messages. Or a gummy yummy brownie wowie. Oh, geez. I should have really went out and got something the other day. Hopefully they have some type of sale. Well, they have like daily sales and stuff like that. Civic Type R with Elantra, and if you like a fun performance car without breaking the bank, ooh, that'd be nice too. All I want is something that looks nice that I drive maybe twice a week. Honestly, I don't drive much. I take Loki places, but that's about it. When I go out to drink, I Uber. I stopped even normally you drive to a place, you get pretty buzzed, and you just kind of hang out for a few hours, and then you're just drinking water, and then you're like, okay, am I in any way inebriated? Yes. Oh, okay. Stay another hour. You know what I mean? All right, now are you good? Oh yeah, you can drive home now. And that's usually been my way of going about it. But I think like starting about like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I was just like, you know what, F it. I'm well, fuck it. I don't know what's the effort, but fuck it. I'm just gonna start Ubering places, and it's been nice. You know, you just get picked up, you get dropped off, you do the same thing again, and then I get really picky about who picks me up though. So if I don't like the vehicle, I will literally just end the ride right there and get another ride, another car. Oh no, we're at a freaking there again. I really am failing with the cigar game today. You know what? Oh, this is a Cuban though. It's a little bit different structure. There we go. Yeah, you know, I try to be really frugal, guys. I mean, I'm not frugal because I'm necessarily just trying to protect my money. You know, I don't know. It feels weird to spend money when I don't have to. I see so many of my friends that make a lot of money, and they maybe I make more than them to be honest, but like they have all this nice stuff. But then they're always stressed out about the bills and whatnot. And I like having money and not being stressed out about it. Because one of the first things that messed me up when I started becoming more successful at trading was, you know how when you're making more money, somehow your expenses go up? Yeah, my expenses go my expenses might have got a little out of control. So now I think I've slightly overcorrected for it. But now when I want to go do something, you know, I can do it pretty handily, which is kind of nice, you know? Now most of the time that's a lot of just drinking and fine dining, you know, taking my grandparents out. I have a place I want to take them out next week, actually, if I can convince them to go out. It's some place in Graham, I think, or Puyallup or something, like Bar Bistro, something like that, but it sounds pretty good. So I'm gonna invite them out there for dinner. Yeah, dinner. It's nice that they're retired, so I don't really have to worry about when they have time. Usually it's just like, you know, making sure they're not busy with a church type of event. But I've been buying suits. I'm gonna so you guys know I have that bespoke suit coming up pretty soon. I'm gonna buy myself a club outfit. So I think of darker clothes that are good for a club event. So maybe like a white shirt, maybe I don't know, maybe a white shirt, maybe something else, and then a blazer, and then some nice trousers or something. It'll work out pretty well. Hook up with a local driver? I've tried so many times to get different drivers, and I just don't like a lot in my area. They're always trying to like check to get the most money out of me, and I'm like, oh no. I had a driver that took me up to Seattle, right? And that's like a $150 ride. And I told the guy, like, you know what? I gave him my number, and I was like, hey, if I'll let you know if I need a ride back. And I was like, I'm just going to the store for a while. I'll let you know if I need a ride back. I may need it. I may not. So I was getting my suit done by the bespoke guy, right? So it was like 2-hour consultation. The guy came in and interrupted my consultation to see if I wanted to go. And I was just ticked off, really ticked off. So I don't vibe with many people, which is weird because normally in person, I like to talk to people a lot. But when it comes to Uber rides and like, you know, getting my personal space and messing with my personal business, I get irritated so freaking fast. Civic Type R and launcher. Oh, let's talk about that. You think Doge will hit $1 this blowing? Personally, yes. Now I am starting to sell my Dogecoin around 80 cents. That is going to be the first block for me to sell off a large chunk of Dogecoin. But yes, I anticipate while I'm scaling out, eventually Dogecoin will hit $1. But I have that hedge where I'm going to start to sell 80 cents in case it doesn't. So that's my strategy right there. But yes, I do believe so. With all that gas money, it might be cheaper to ship the car. Yeah, maybe. And I don't want to be breaking down in Mexico or any of the countries down there. There's a 420 every day. That it is. Oh, you are right. I guess if I had to pick a modern car to go with one of those 2024 Toyota Supras, they're pretty badass. Yeah, they're not too expensive either from what I've seen. It's not what you make, it's what you save. Oh yeah, for sure. I know, I just like my fine dining. I was looking up for luxury places in Tacoma, Washington, and I was just like, there's not much around me, is there? I think I'm gonna start hitting up this End Rama place. This Bar Bistro, give it a shot. and maybe I'll see if there's anything in Olympia worth going down to. There's just not much of a luxury factor, and I love luxury bars. I love luxury bars. I don't mind paying $15 to $25 for a drink. Even sometimes I pay $40, $50 for a drink. If it's a really good drink, I'll pay for it. Now, you know, it's not like I'm paying $50 like 10 drinks a night or something like that. But I do like to have a nice fancy cocktail quite a bit, especially if I know the bartender. But like I said, there are some days where I go to this place called the Pine Box in Seattle, which was an old morgue. And, you know, I'm just having the cheapest drinks on the freaking menu. Well, maybe not the cheapest, but, you know, they're cheap relative to anywhere else I would go. And I'm having a blast over there. It just kind of depends on my mood. Remember, I'm usually a solitary guy when I go out. So typically, I will go to a fancy place, have a casual conversation with the bartender, and then just hop on my phone, relax. Maybe if it's a rooftop bar, which I really do enjoy, I like to look at the water. You know, just kind of like, oh, things look like life is good. I like to have those life is good moments, right? My life could not have been, you know, when I was a kid, I didn't think my life was going to be this good. So, you know, plus, you know, I'm also a YouTuber at the same time. I never thought I'd get into YouTube. I tried a few times, it didn't work out, and I was like, oh, you know, now everything kind of works out as it should. And hey, Villarap, hello from Centralia. Happy to see you, my man. Every time I go to Centralia, it's because I've matched up with a girl on Tinder. There's been no other reason for me to go down there. Maybe except to go to Portland. Oh, man. I'm looking to move to Germany. No car needed. Oh, I've heard that. I've heard Germany is very, very, they take care of their citizens with their public transportation. What kind of food? Puyallup. Oh, it's a tribe. Puyallup. 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 Something like that. It's like American food or something. Let me see if I can find it. This place. So it's like $30 to $50 for a meal, something like that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, look at the outside of it. Right? It's not like it's some fancy looking place. This is like a hidden gem apparently. But you look at the food. Oh yeah, I mean that food looks pretty darn nice to me. The inside nice and clean. I like it. Right? Nice dishes with peppers. A toasted marshmallow cocktail. You know, it seems kind of fun. A blackberry. Who doesn't like a blackberry? You know, whatever those things are. Little pieces of bread with maybe that's brie, perhaps. That could be brie or something. Creme brulee. Creme brulee looks a little light on the creme part of it, but it looks pretty good. You know, cod and shrimp perhaps. Oh, this is probably a paella or something like that. They got multiple things because I see some like scallops in the back as well with the mussels. You know, but I think my grandparents would enjoy a place like this just to kind of say, you know, check it out. Let's get some food here. Doesn't it look pretty decent? I think so. Especially for what you're looking at the outside. I love those dried oranges. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited to see what I can get them there. Looks like there's a lot of cool stuff on the menu. Grab a few drinks. They can pick me up so I can drink, you know. I'm pretty sure that has to be brie or something, doesn't it? Or I don't know. But whatever it is, it looks pretty good. You know what I mean? I'd like to try it. Tiramisu or something. Or drinks. You know? Oh my gosh. Got a whole bottle of wine. Oh, Lord. I mean, if you're gonna party, might as well party. Party right. They got the full decanter out. You know, but stuff like this. So I want to give it a try, take them out. And then, you know, see where that goes and see if I actually like it or not. Careful not to have those life is good moments. Josh, freaking trust me, I know. Yeah, no worries, Ramses. Artisanal well downtown Ollie? Oh, I don't know. They might. I mean, I was thinking of going to there's so many places in Tacoma, I just don't know the names of them. One's like a wood-fired pizza place, but they have some great, they have really great bone marrow, which I just absolutely love. I just don't get it too much because, you know, it's like absolutely not good for you. Go to the Netherlands. It's a top luxury. We call it the Dutch Cool, And if you want to overpay for drinks, you're in the right place there. Also, I'll have to make a trip over there then. I need to go over to Europe. And hey, Los Canoes, happy to see you, my man. Oh, no, not Portland, bro. Southern Oregon is nice. Yeah. I haven't been to Southern Oregon in a hot minute, though. I used to go to the Ashland Film Festival every now and then. Nope. Theater Festival? Ashland? Maybe it was a film festival. I don't know. There's an Ashland Festival that happens every year, and I used to like to go into that, especially as a kid. Germany is my grocery store because it's expensive here. Oh, I bet. That's my tribe. Hey, Puyallup tribe right there. Hopefully I spelt it right. Everyone has their personal Denny's. What do you call? I just had Denny's this morning. I had a what did I have? I had a skillet of some type. And yeah, it seems like a really chill place. You know, funny enough, I was asking ChatGPT where are some luxury places to eat and drink. Actually, it wasn't even eat. I was looking for luxury bars on ChatGPT, and it gave me that as a place. And I was like, hey, let's go. Let's see how it is. Head gym, dedicated driver. Oh, yeah. Germany 3 times and love the mass transit, food, and beer. I will not date in this area. What do they call? It definitely is slim pickings, I would say. Very, very slim pickings. Jamaican food? I love jerk chicken. I like it a lot. It can be a little spicy, but it always tastes good, especially when you add it with rice. I like it a lot. That's all I think I've had as far as Jamaican food. Oh, man. AI cheapish now? Renaissance Fair. Ooh, I've never been to Renaissance Fair, I don't think. Oh, maybe when I was a kid. Let's see. Hey, Pat Pie. Happy 420. Happy 420. If there's a kid, is this the bottom? Hey, deal with the truth. Right now, it's hard to say if this is the bottom. What's been happening over the past few weeks is we've been having this kind of climbs, and then we just happen to get smacked down. At this point in time, I think it's better if you guys stick to day trades. At least that's what I'm doing. If you guys want to do a swing trade, the practical thing to do is just to have a general stop loss. You have 2 ways of going about it. I would probably give you a more generous stop loss than normal. So like if you were buying right here, my typical thing would be like to have your stop loss around here. Right now, I'd have the stop loss right here or right here. So that means you're buying at 66,800 and your stop loss is all the way down here on 63,000. It's a pretty large stop loss, but you're looking for a move that takes you up above this. For me right now, this is not typically where I buy for swing trades. You buy at the low point. Some of us already did that the last few days. I did not do a swing trade. I did a day trade, and I regret it because I was able to capture some of this move over here. But since then, you know, it's been kind of grinding up more and more and more, and I missed it, frankly. Honestly, I was really recovering from Vegas, so I just pretty much gave up on a lot of trading. So day trading is probably going to be the best thing for most people. If you're looking to swing trade, though, you know, stop loss right there won't hurt you. That way, if it does come down and get rejected off of this, you know, you have something like that can happen. And now we have another uptrend, and we're going to see how high it goes. To me, though, if you're swing trading, this is going to be a really hard stop loss because most likely it'll go like that, then up, and you're just going to hate yourself after it. That's happened to me one too many times when I was learning how to trade. There you go. Curry Goat and the USVI is life-changing? Curry Goat, what is that? Oh. Early, damn, I wish you a lot of luck, man. I know I hate the day shifts. Everybody hates day shifts. Well, I don't remember the last time I worked a day shift, to be honest. Like an actual shift type of work environment that wasn't like corporate. It was back when I was in college. And I tell you, I woke up mad at life. Swing trading? So day trading is getting in and out typically within 24 hours. You might be able to stretch that to 48 hours. I do typically. Swing trading is basically you hold and you're looking to hold for a few weeks and before it's selling. Or it could be anywhere from like 2 days to a few weeks. Better to say that. And then long term is of course like months and months and months of holding. No, I want to say I do. Hold on one second here. I just want to see how Miro's doing a little bit better today. Whiff is doing okay. I'm glad I just doubled down into Whiff here. World tokens coming back down after that big move. Wonder what got this going up here. Because this isn't part of that trifecta that's happened, that triple alliance, you know? Fetch AIs come back down a little bit. NMRs come back down. I wonder if people are feeling that Bitcoin's going to take a little bit of a move down here pretty soon, since we're kind of testing out those levels of resistance. But I think, what's that level of resistance here? 50. That's the 50-day moving average right there. I'm looking for the 200, but on the 4-hour. There it is, here, right there. That's the trouble we're facing right now. I'll leave that on there just for now so we can kind of keep track of it. But that's what's causing us some issues here. In Jamaica, they got the nicest food after your death with curry, goat, and white rice. Oh, that's interesting right there. You know what I've been having more often? I've been having Indian food. There's a lot of vegetarian Indian food, which I've been like, oh wow, that's pretty nice. I haven't had it too much, but I don't know if it was one of you guys or a friend that told me about it. Might have been an Indian friend I made at the conference. But it's like instead of meat with the curry, you know, stuff, it's it's like a hard cheese, and it's pretty darn good. And the cheese doesn't necessarily hurt my stomach, as you guys know I'm lactose intolerant, so it doesn't hurt my stomach all too much, which is kind of nice. If you're failing at your day trade and it turns into a swing trade, yeah, well, pretty much. As long as your stop loss doesn't get hit, it happens a lot more than you would think. I must get ready for work. See you around. Hey, have a good day, my man, and hopefully I'll see you a little bit later on. Moon cycles for the the win. There we go. I've been looking at places in Stuttgart, Germany. It's about 30% cheaper than Washington. Yes, it's bad there. Here, I'd rather date in Seattle. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like paying for fine dining for myself, but when I go on dates, I hate paying for fine dining. I absolutely hate it. Not sure why. I just don't think they ever deserve it. It's such a bad habit. But typically I don't take women out to fancy dinners on the first date. I go for something more mid-range, so like the dinner would probably cost in total with a couple drinks $150, which I think is still pretty expensive. But you know, if I take somebody out for fine dining, oh god, you guys know how that can get up there. I took a friend out to, I think I showed this video to you. I took a friend out to Vegas, or not Vegas. I took him out to a restaurant while I was in Vegas, and I was like, okay, well, I got some money here, basically, you know. And here we go. So we were eating bread. I took a picture of the steak, but I didn't. Let's see, hold on. Let's see what I can do here. Draft. I'm gonna send a picture to myself on Telegram so I can share it with you guys. There we go. Oh, I don't have my Wi-Fi on. That's probably gonna be problematic here. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, there we go. There you go. So, this is where I was eating during Vegas. And the meal was only like $344 for two people, but still pretty luxurious if you ask me. And you know, you get to eat and then you have all that in front of you. And I was like, wow, look at that. I love that type of stuff. I took my mom here back in July. One of my favorite places to go in Vegas. I got myself a bottle of sparkling water because, oh god, sparkling water is life down there. You know, and it's just a great, absolute great time. But then you go over here. Open image, new tab, and then there you go. So I had some nice steak, You know, that was 80 bucks worth of steak. My God, I hate myself for buying it. Next time I want to try to get the chicken or something, you know, something that's not steak, just to kind of see. Every time I go to a steakhouse, I just get steak and I feel like I shouldn't. Maybe I'll try the swordfish. Maybe I'll try the chicken. Maybe I'll try the duck. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll try one of those other dishes I bet they really make well, but it's not steak, you know what I mean? And so, and of course, like my steak medium rare, my little peppers alongside everything. They came with 3 sauces, some mac and cheese, and then, you know, some cocktails and whatnot. And then over here, this is what killed me. I like this onion soup type stuff. I forget exactly what it was called. I like this onion soup. But you see how big that thing is? It's a freaking tank. And then of course I was eating that bread like no tomorrow because I just needed carbs to like stay energetic. And so I was dipping that bread in here and it was absolutely delicious. You can see my my drink right there. I was going to town on the alcohol. Great. But that stuff just took. I need to be those people that only eat like half of their appetizer because they just know they want to eat the main course. But I eat everything because it was like a $30. That thing was 30 bucks. You know what I mean? But yeah, great food. If you guys ever go to Vegas and you guys want to have a good experience, Prime Steakhouse is going to be it. Just say no to the lady who wants to offer to take your pictures unless it's something of a meaningful event. You know what I mean? A vegetarian korma. I make it from time to time. Anyways, good night. Hey, have a good night. Discount color. That might be kind of interesting to try as well. Jamaican curry is way better than Indian curry. Trust me. Ooh, I have to try that too. I gotta find a Jamaican place close to me. You look on Bitcoin? Right now, we're still bullish on Bitcoin for the next few days. The only real impediment to this is going to be earnings coming up for today. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's the only real thing that could really cause some issues with us. But overall, we're kind of looking for Bitcoin to get back up here to that 50-day moving average here. Right up here, around 67,518. And then possibly from there, if we're lucky, get back up here towards 70,000. So we're going to put this right there. There we go. Oh, this is a little bit off. Let me drag this over. There we go. Let me open this up a little bit more. Let's go to maybe a 32, a little bit larger. Yeah, that worked out. And then what you're looking at is basically we're going to start falling back down. It's a big thing of whether we fall down right now or we fall down after breaking out above all this stuff. I'm hoping that we can have another move here. The only struggle is we haven't had the MACD turn positive. The MACD hasn't been positive since March 15th. Holy moly. I'm hoping we can get something out of this just so we can start moving back up here toward the high point, like around $71,000. To me, I'd probably say 70,000 is a good price target as any. But we're pretty much getting to that top point here. So if you guys want to swing trade, you might just wait for it to come back down after it makes that move. It'll be a lot of volatility here, which is not a bad thing. It just can freak out people sometimes. There you go. But you can see this is the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. This is the next big hurdle that we have to take. So maybe if we take a dip down here a little bit more, it might be worth buying some up, kind of around $65,500 or something like that. When Lambo, oh god, everybody wants a Lambo. When you're in the chicken pot pie shop, you get the chicken pot pie, not steak. I know. But I've always wanted to try the other stuff just to kind of see how it would be. You know, it's not like well, I guess technically you would save money on the food, but knowing me, I would just drink more alcohol. Oh man, I know. See, I always eat steak at steakhouse. I know. I suck at it. Trini curry, all of the curry. Come on, guys. Ooh. Should try the Jamaican cigars. Those things rock. I don't think I've ever actually had a Jamaican cigar. I mean, I like this. I'm smoking a Cuban right now. I don't think I have. Well, I guess I have boxes of Cubans now. I've been wasting money on cigars, guys. I'll tell you that. But I just bought another box of cigars, but it's not Cubans. There's some rare Fuente cigars that only come out in November. They're the Anejos. They're one of my favorites, but I smoke them too fast, so I'm gonna try to be very slow about how I smoke them. I think I have 14 coming to me, an average of 1 per month will do the trick, you know? You think we dipped to 65.5? Yeah, that's reasonable. That's reasonable right there, especially if we get rejected off of this. Yeah. It's a good year for crypto because it's crazy election. This election is going to be insane. Now, I don't have cable, but my grandparents do, so I talk to them about the election, like what's going on, basically. And with all these court cases, like, I think what's the craziest thing about the way this whole country is kind of being managed right now. Like, not managed, but it's like the way everything's going. You have Donald Trump. Whether you hate him or love him, he's under a whole bunch of indictments, okay? Even if you think it's because of the Justice Department going after him, whatever, don't worry about it. Just like, he is being hit hard by court stuff. And yet he still has better polls than Biden, which makes no sense to me. It's at like the craziest, like people really just must feel at a really bad spot right now financially. Because I would have thought, you know, with all the media coverage, like my grandparents say, it's all negative Trump stuff right now, right? I would have thought that meant Trump was losing in the polls and stuff like that. And because he's not, that's going to make this whole thing just so much more exciting. And you're going to see the media, really going hard at it. The good thing about just, you know, not having cable and just having Netflix and stuff is that you really don't have to pay attention too much. I'm focusing a lot more on my local politicians. Typically, that's kind of where my mind goes towards, because I have relationships with my local congressman, my local state senator. I have not reputations. I have a relationship with them. It's not like, you know, we're buddy going out to drink or something like that. But I've seen them at events. I let them know my thoughts and stuff like that. And as long as I feel like they're doing it okay, they may get another vote. If somebody else comes along, maybe it's a Republican or Democrat that's a little bit different viewpoints, I may go with them. Actually, I think with my senator, I think I actually voted for Republican senator and a Democratic House member, at least the last time. So I typically vote with whoever I like personally the best with their policies, which is kind of weird because Washington's so weird about how we vote. It's definitely kind of we're much more of a liberal state, but depending on what district you're in, you don't necessarily have those liberal people. I have a moderate district person. At this point, I think my federal one is very, very liberal. The one that goes off to DC, very, very liberal. If you don't do the fine dining, I go for good food and I cook it myself. Also, most girls here like Taco Bell. Hey, Taco Bell is a delicacy in some places, you know. Oh hell, let me see. Hold on. Can I find it? Let's see if I can find something here. Oh no. I was trying to look pictures up of the Taco Bell menu to show you how expensive everything has gotten. But it's all from like 2017 pictures. Because I know. Okay, this was like maybe like 5 months ago, but I remember going to Taco Bell with a friend. And I bought her a Nachos Bel Grande. And I was like, oh, I remember those. Those used to cost like $4 or $5. They were good little things, right? No. $9.99 for a Nachos Bel Grande. I about shit my pants, and I hadn't even eaten the Taco Bell yet. I mean, it was rough. You know, again, I don't really care about the monetary, but it's like the value. Like, it is not worth $10 for a Nachos Bel Grande. Never, never, never. It would ever be worth $10. So it's stuff like that that just absolutely drives me nuts. Get some really good Tupperware. I do have a lot of Tupperware. That is something else. What do you call it? Yeah, Elon's tweets don't have the same impact because we're not in a crazy market right now. But I think it'll work out. Like, once everything starts getting pumped up, his tweets will have more impact. And hey, Ken, happy to see you. Anyways, I'm a centrist, left and right, both as kooky. Yeah, I mean, most people think that way, I think, nowadays. Taco Bell was a 5-star restaurant and Demolition Man. It was the only restaurant to survive the franchise wars. I can believe that. I mean, heck, I know most of you guys don't know what this is, but heck, maybe like a 10 to 15 minute drive from me, there's a Godfather's Pizza. And I love the recipe they have for their sausage. I don't know why. Those little crumbled sausage things, they have the best freaking sausage in the world. I miss that place. I haven't been there in forever, but I know like most of the Godfather's pizzas went out of business. What does it take to get into one of those Bitcoin conferences? I'm not entirely sure. Even like close to 100,000 subscribers, I don't even think I can get a free ticket into that place, to be honest. I just don't know how it works. And I've never really gone to Bitcoin conferences, you know? I might have to give it a shot. But like here. Oh, there you go. I also got this free water bottle while I was out in Vegas. It was pretty nice. I got a lot of free shit when I was in Vegas, actually. There. All right. How much lit is this actually? There. Go over here to what, Bitcoin Nashville, I think it is. It's loading. July 25th to the 27th, New Frontier is calling music at City Center. Tim Draper, Kathy Wood, Luke Groman. I don't know who. I know Michael Saylor. I don't like Anthony Scaramucci. I know Kathy Wood. I don't really know many of these people. There's more though. That's interesting. There's probably a lot more. Yeah, all these side people here. So, I mean, they got an MMA fighter talking. I don't know. Dave Smith. I should really be more involved in the crypto community, but I am not. I don't know who these people are. I was like, Scooby-Doo, I know Scooby-Doo, but I don't know who Ralph Joff is. Yeah, I don't know who these people are. I really have no idea. But if I want to get a pass, you know, the cheapest pass is $449. It's not crazy. It's not bad, right? Then there's industry pass that's $1,500, and then the whale pass that's $7,000. I don't know. Maybe I should email them or something, or hit up the Discord. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if I can get a press pass. I'm not a sponsor. I'm not an artist. You know. Lunch included all 3 days. I don't know. I never eat lunch at these places. I usually skip the lunch, honestly. I think I had lunch maybe one time in Vegas over the past week. And I had a refrigerated Caesar salad. It was okay. Actually, I had a burrito one day as well. It was pretty good. Mining, energy, Bitcoin's record. I don't know. Why sponsor press? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I just don't know. Because then I have to go out. I have to fly out there for a little bit. The hotel and the flight probably won't be a huge expense, but well, actually, I don't know. Let me see. Packages. Normally I'd buy them separately, but I just want to get a gist of how much everything is going to cost. Going to Tennessee. Oh, Nashville. Yeah. All right. So that means I'm going to be gone from July 23rd to 25th. I like to get there a day early, so it'd be from the 22nd to the 25th. Leave that night. Yeah, okay. 2 travelers, 1 traveler, done. Let's go with the first class and let's go search. So how much would it cost? It might cost more because everybody's trying to book a ticket at this particular time. Maybe going a day earlier might help me out a little bit. Gaylord Opryland Resort Convention Center. That is wild. I'm just looking at that layout. Hyatt, Grand Hyatt. It'd be better to go over here to map. Let's see. So if I remember correctly, I think the convention center thing is right here. Somewhere over here. Yeah, because next to all the Broadway Street. Okay, so the place where the festival is right here. So if I wanted to go over here, one hotel Nashville, $1,800, $2,000, not bad, $1,700, you know. 1,800 Margaritaville. Oh, I forgot about Margaritaville. $1,800 plus some taxes and stuff like that. Omni Nashville, I like Omni. The name sounds kind of nice. If I want to be close to the bars, I can go over here to Tempo by Hilton, Holston House Nashville. Could be okay. If I want to be by the water, I guess, and go over here. Oh, those rooms don't look too good though. Hyatt Place Nashville. That could be an easy one. That's if I want to go budget friendly. That's it. Most likely, it would be one hotel or Embassy Suites Hilton or Cambria. This one looks pretty nice. Yeah, not terrible. Not terrible. Yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff over here. I have a feeling I'm going to be Ubering over there, even if I'm over here. I'm not walking that shit. But like a little under $2,000. A little under $2,000 usually. $2,000 up with taxes and whatnot, plus drinks and whatnot, you know. Ooh, tacos sound pretty nice. Lunch is networking time? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, lunch is networking time. Yeah, it is. Aren't the dates July 25th to 26th? Oh. Yeah, you're probably right. I see. I space out on this type of stuff. Let me see. Oh, the 25th to the 27th. So, well, yeah, 25th to the 27th. And I said Nashville last time. I said Tennessee, but it was Nashville. All right, so it's gonna be 25th through the 27th. So I'd be going to the 23rd, 24th to 27th. There you go. So 1, 2, 3, and I get there a day early to relax. One traveler, first class. Maybe that makes it a little bit different actually too. It'd be nice to have an all-inclusive though, but I don't think there's all-inclusives in Nashville. That would be kind of pricey. Maybe if they have a Four Seasons. If I want to go big, a Four Seasons is usually the way to go. I love Four Seasons. Oh, this is cheaper. $1,500 at the Hyatt Place. You know, $1,800. There's one up here, one hotel. This one seems to be the nice luxury one. Reardon Hotel. Not bad, yeah. I mean, the prices aren't terrible. I would just prefer if somebody paid for me to go out there, honestly. And I'm kind of wary. I guess Bitcoin's doing fine, so there might be more people here. But I don't know. I don't know if I see the value at a Bitcoin convention. You know what I mean? Unless I knew the proper people to get me into those meetings and stuff. Like what I liked about Opus Clip flying me out to Vegas is since I knew people that also work with Opus Clip, I got into all those nice backroom parties, right? Not backroom, but like the side parties. And I was on a list, a formal list to even get inside. You have to be on the list. I was on the list, no problem. There, I don't really know many people. I don't even like. I might ask Tom if he's going there, but I don't know if he is. Maybe I'll ask CryptoFace if he's going there. Maybe I'll ask Crypto Lifer if he's going there. If any of those people are going, maybe I'll say, hey, can I can I pick your brain for connections and stuff like that? People that could fly me out or something like that. But that's about as far as it might go. So I'm gonna have to. I got crypto faces stuff. I'll message him, and I'll just ask. But honestly, I don't know. It's like, I'm not jumping for the opportunity to go to Bitcoin Nashville. I'm not jumping for it. But I think I would enjoy it if I went. I'm just not. You know what I mean? It just doesn't feel like it's drawing me in so much. Business write-off. Oh yeah, that's not the issue. It's not even the price that's the issue. It's just like I don't want to go there necessarily to just walk the expo floor, if that makes sense. I want to go there to grow the YouTube brand business that I have. That'd be the main goal. That's what I was doing in Vegas. I was helping out Opus Clip with all their stuff. But you know what? I found lots of opportunities down there. I got lots of numbers, a lot of good stuff. Like I said, pretty soon I'm gonna start putting some music in front of you guys, and that music is gonna be like professional music, like the big artists of the world, because of who I was able to meet, who has that license, who licenses it, right? Embassy Suite is nice for the price. Oh yeah, no, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Yeah, those are all gonna be good. You shorted Sol at 153. It's currently at 158. It just depends on where you put that stop loss at, to be honest. At this point, it probably would have hit a few different stop losses. The way Bitcoin's going right now, that you might have an opportunity for it to be a little bit less. So it just kind of depends on where you want to have that stop loss. What's good to eat in Nashville? I'd probably have to say maybe wings or something. I don't know what Nashville's famous for. I would assume they have some good barbecue or something. Here, let me... What food is Nashville famous for? Gazpacho, ham, olive oil, salmorejo, sangria, pescado frito? Pescado? I can't pronounce that properly. Paella. I'm a big fan of paella. That's good. Sherry. Oh, I like to have sherry with my sherry luge with my bone marrow. Manchego cheese. That sounds interesting. Churros. I feel like every place has their own. Those do not look like the churros that I eat. So I think every place has their own churro recipe. Pork cheek. Oh, that's interesting. Ajo Blanco. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Oh, this isn't even freaking. Oh, is it autocorrect? Wasn't even freaking. It says hot chicken and fried bologna. Meat in 3. Ooh, yeah, like barbecue. Okay. A fried bologna sandwich. I don't think that looks appetizing to me, but to each their own. Kurdish food. That seems kind of interesting. I don't remember the last time I had Kurdish food. Desserts. Moon pie. Moon pies are everywhere. Fruit tea. Tennessee whiskey. Whiskey would be kind of nice to have. I usually spend one night drinking when I'm out in place. Ham. Osso buco. That sounds pretty interesting. I mean, I had some pretty good food when I went to that place in Vegas, the Bazaar Meat. It was really, really good food. That place was amazing. A little expensive though, and like I said before, the bartenders were trash. Bartenders at Bazaar Meats were absolute trash, and I say that again, trash. It takes a lot for me to bash people, and I'm just saying they are trash. Because I try to remember, like, maybe they're just having a rough day, but no. I was there with their workflow. I saw it all. They're trash. Trash. I really don't want to go. I just want the Lambo Dogecoin. Well, when it comes to conferences and expos like these, I just don't know if it's worth it. Like, if you lived in Nashville, I think I might be okay to go because you're just paying the $500 for the ticket. But, I don't know. Besides that, it just... It never sits right with me with a conference like that. NAB Expo, sure. That's fine. I don't know. I'll ask. The backroom deals are where I get the most pleasure. It's really where I find my personality kind of shines through. Having nice conversations, meeting people. You know, I'm going there usually alone. This time in Vegas was the first time I actually had friends with me while I was there. And I actually, to be honest, I didn't even want to go to the party because that was the day my ear was really fucked up and I couldn't hear anything and my ear was like swollen like a freaking, like you tried to push and there was like the indent. That's how swollen this whole area was. So I just wanted to go back to my room and sleep. But you know what? I was like, my friend invited me to this. I was really excited to go. I'll go and talk. But I rarely talk to anybody. And just concentrating on people talking, oh my God, it was rough. I felt so bad because you could be talking to me and then I would just get a headache from listening to you talk. But normally I would be loving to having like a good conversation. But because my head was just already on fire with all that swelling and stuff, I was just like, oh, I'm done. It was hard not to look away. It was hard not to squint and do like this type of stuff. So it was like that coughing meme, but with your brain. It was horrible. But James knows how to throw a good party, so I was happy. Bones, no pressure. Oh yeah. Well, let me see. Everything's pretty chill as far as the market's concerned right now. Let me go over here. I want to see if there's any new news coming out. No. High global food prices may finally see a bottom in 2024. I don't know. A lot of the base of the food hikes have been grain coming from Ukraine going to the world. And a lot of it was supposed to go to Africa, but you know, I don't know if the Ukraine war is going to be settled anytime soon. Luxury real estate prices just hit an all-time record. You know, at least the rich are having a good time of it. Colombia protest. Meta will offer its virtual reality OS to hardware companies. Oh, that's interesting. Boeing expects slow production. That's fine. You know what? I don't care if Boeing has slow production because I just want them making good planes. Nvidia's up a little bit. United Airlines is up a little bit. God, I haven't flown United in such a long time. There we go. You're seeing Bitcoin get rejected right now, everybody. It's not a massive rejection, but you can see it off of that 200 moving average in the 4-hour chart. You can see it happening right now. So we might be coming back down here towards $66,000 at least. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll bounce off of here. But since we just made this pretty good move, I wouldn't be surprised if throughout tonight we come down, then tomorrow morning we start to pick back up a little bit here. Let me see. 774. Yeah, I'll give it some more time here. But yeah, I need to go back to Vegas. I love coming out here to eat. It's just I don't go to places like this by myself. I go to places like this when I'm treating somebody. Literally, I've only ever treated people at places like that. There you go. So the 5-minute chart getting a little bit wonky all of a sudden. Could be a short opportunity here, actually. Amos Liver, I usually don't do too much live trading because ask anybody that there's the specific parameters of what it takes for me to open up a trade. I'm really picky on them. What I would say is if you want to learn basically how my strategy works, I have a couple videos on my channel that talk about them. The first one, let's see if I can find them actually. Maybe easy days trading strategy for beginners. Or it could be Master Smart Money Concepts over here. This one's not bad. So I might say if you go over here to YouTube, I think it'll be in the top 10 or something like that. You go over here to Smart Money Concepts Lux Algo. You go down here, you watch this video. I think it'll work out well for you. And then from there, you go over to the channel and you watch this other one. Go ahead and find it again. Golden strategy. That one usually works out pretty well. It just discusses the momentum behind the trades, and that's how I like to trade usually. It's usually all momentum. What the hell is a black swan event? A black swan event, as far as I know it, is basically like the government does something horrible to itself to justify it doing something else. A lot of the conspiracy theories around 9/11 was that the Bush administration, they're the ones that flew the planes into the towers so they can go invade Iraq for all the oil and shit. You know what I mean? Middle East for all the oil and shit. That's a black swan event, basically. Now, I don't believe it happened, but that's the conspiracy theory there. And that'd be considered a black swan event where the government did something bad to itself so it can justify going to do something else. So that's probably the way to think about it there. All right, but okay, buddy, I'm gonna call it a night here for this stream. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to stream in the morning and in the afternoon. I'm gonna kind of see how that really works out. I'm having a bad habit of staying up too late, so I'm gonna try to get myself I'm gonna try to get myself some sleep here. We'll see how it works out, but I'm gonna try to go back to doing 2 streams here pretty soon. I think tomorrow I'm just gonna edit up that dollar cost averaging video, or I might change it up a little bit based off of how I talked to myself just a few minutes ago, but I think it'll be fine. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we had a good hour and a half stream, about 2 hour stream here, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm still pretty optimistic about Bitcoin, but this breathing thing that we talked about, it's the rejection off the 200 on that 4 hour chart. So just keep an eye on it. A lot of people will probably be trying to buy up that dip here pretty soon. That could be an opportunity for you guys if you want to do a day trade. I'm probably going to stick to altcoins, but I'm going to be watching it closely because I think Bitcoin might have a pop and everything else have a subtle move up too. I'll be watching each thing. Thanks.